evening, everybody. Welcome to Haz'el Inspirations. We are here with family in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are in the kitchen preparing a delicious. My stomach is growling right now. A delicious meal this evening. I want to introduce Chris, and she is the queen of the house. She is the one that is supporting this. My friend over here, Tone. And then we have Cece, who is our assistant production manager. We are all, well, not me. I'm just going to eat. But we are all in here smelling the aroma. Oh my God, it smells so delicious. But we're also getting an education on how to properly prepare delicious meals that everyone can enjoy. But we're also thinking about health consciousness as far as those that may have diabetes, high cholesterol, different things that they may have to watch out for. So I'm going to take it away. Chris, Tone, Cece, come on, highlight us. What's in this pan, Cece?
So in this pan, they have onions and peppers and baked beans. They haven't added any spices to it yet, but I don't know what they're going to add because it's onions, peppers, and baked beans. So what are you guys adding to this?
So I'll be adding, I'm just gonna take y'all through my steps.
Yeah, please.
So that y'all see my little method. You know, this is just fresh off the head. And this is something that I learned and patterned myself to do. You know, I've done it for so long that I know what taste that I'm looking for with the ingredients that I use. So I'm gonna start with the mustard and then I'll go step by step to show y'all everything that I use in this product. So I'm gonna add my mustard.
I've never seen this before.
All right. So I like to use hickory and brown sugar by Sweet Baby Ray's because it enhances the flavor to the meats that I'll be using. And y'all will see as I go along, but now I'm adding my hickory smoked barbecue sauce. So next we'll be adding Frank's red hot sauce.
Can I add it?
Yeah, sure. I go with my heart.
I mean, I don't know how much to add because I've never seen this. So just tell me when to stop.
Okay. If you like flavor, then you know, because I like flavor. I'm all about flavor.
Mm-hmm. You know, people from Georgia, we love flavor.
Okay, you good. All right. So she added the Frank's red hot sauce. This is one of my favorites that I like to use in my baked beans. And then we're going to go with a little bit of salt. I don't use as much, and you'll see, because I try to allow people to, you know, add their own salt and pepper to their food due to certain people's diets. I try to be mindful of that. You know, a little bit ain't going to hurt you. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt, as you see, just enough to. Okay, next, I will be adding some brown sugar. It's over there in the, yeah. I'll be adding brown sugar.
And this is how you know this is a Southern kitchen? That's a sour cream container.
That's right.
We don't throw things away.
So we're going to go in there.
Conservative, right, Chris?
Got to be.
You have to be.
Like to keep that brown sugar going.
Yeah.
That brown sugar brings that flavor out.
Okay.
So I'm stepping over here to wash the brown sugar off of my hands. Because that's important. I like to try to keep my hands sanitized.
And what's going on?
So for some of y'all that are old fashioned and southern, this next ingredient I'll probably make y'all say, "Oh my God!" But here we go. So,
What you looking?
come on, babe.
Molasses.
I'll be adding grandma's molasses.
That is really a southern thing. I still use that on my pancakes, and I use it in my. Oh my God, so good with that.
It's
This
so
right
sticky.
here is real.
Yes, yes. That and olive syrup.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, as y'all see, no measurements or anything. It's just with the heart
That's
and
right.
that flavor that you're looking for. There we go.
I'll trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
The more years you have in cooking, you realize how much tastes like what.
Yes.
And you just start dumping things in there.
So I'm cooking the ground beef now. That I'm gonna be adding to it, and I don't like to mix it all together until I got everything done. That's just my way of doing things. And I'll be adding ground beef and bacon to it. This thing real now. I'm letting y'all know. When all this is said and done, you're gonna get these results. And see, this ain't the boast to brag. I'm gonna let y'all know. They're gonna let y'all know.
Yes, we're gonna let them know
that they had a wonderful, outstanding, tremendous meal.
Yes.
Because I put a lot of love and passion into this here.
Well,
And
you've had that passion for a long time.
I sure have.
I think we're going to share more later on, but with you and your beautiful wife, Chris, you two are, you complete one another. And for Sienna just starting out her journey as a young adult, what inspiration could you give her to pursue her dreams? And not everyone has a passion to cook, but they should know the basics. But if this is something that, and I know Cece's in the kitchen, so she's trying. But for those young adults that are interested in finding out more, I mean, would you be willing to mentor to them?
I sure would. I mean, that's something that I did during my incarceration. After I was baking for a period of time, the system realized that I really actually knew what I was doing.
Okay.
And they appointed me to start teaching other guys that I worked with in the kitchen that had seemed to be, wanting to learn. And I embraced them and I started teaching them. But I always told them, I said, I'm gonna let y'all know that I take this cooking and baking seriously because I self-taught myself how to do all this. No one showed me how to do any of this. All I know is, in my story, my supervisor moved me from a cook to a baker. And he said, I want you to bake. And I said, I don't know how to bake. He said, you know how to add, subtract, and multiply? I said, yes, sir. And he said, well, you look at that board up there and look at the population count and you multiply that by those 100 servings on that recipe. And so, of course, I was good with math. So I did that. And my very first thing that I made was a chocolate cake. Okay. And it came out really good. But, I told those guys, I said, I take this stuff seriously. And I want y'all to know, don't waste my time.
Right.
Because I'm going to teach you the right way. I'm going to teach you what I learned. And one thing about me, I'm all about, presentation. I'm all about good posture, and working with people with integrity, So if you don't have those traits, then don't waste my time, because I had to be serious to let them know that, if you come back here, I'm gonna turn you into me, and I consider myself a beast, But I have taught, people, and I still want to teach people because it's what I get from it. It's refreshing. It takes my mind away from a lot of things, that still linger from my past. It gives me a sense of peace, and I use this to keep myself occupied, and this helps me refrain from putting myself out there doing something I ain't got no business doing. I built myself to love to cook. I made myself love to bake. You know what I'm saying? And if I could dedicate my time to this versus being out here in the streets doing something I ain't got no business doing, then this is what I choose to do because it works. As you see, 90% of the time, a lot of you that have seen my pictures and posts on Facebook, you see that I'm always home. And when I'm home, I'm cooking. I'm posting stuff to allow you to see, a portion of where I was at one time with not knowing how to do any of this, but putting my faith and trust in God and using my talents to become a better person is why I'm able to do the things that I do now. So, my hamburger is about done. I like my hamburger to cook thoroughly. I don't want to see no pink, no red, no nothing.
Okay. Tell me why that is. What's the difference with, some people say that they like medium rare or rare. Tell me what is the healthy choice?
I mean,
from your perspective.
Well, honestly, I just prefer my food well done.
Well done. Okay.
I just feel more comfortable with that. Okay. And I'm giving you me.
Okay.
So when you try my food, you don't have to like it. But you will.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather have a home cooked meal than a fast food restaurant. There's nothing wrong with having fast food. Don't take that the wrong way. Anyway, right. It's just that I believe your body will be able to consume and feel your digestive tract better if you have some healthy ingredients, flowing through your body versus a lot of unhealthy additives that we can't control. Because what I'm seeing that you're cooking with is all natural. So it's like naturally grown things, the onions, the peppers, the seasoning. You're slowly measuring. I don't see anything that's unhealthy that someone cannot easily burn off. Now, if you told me I was eating some French fries, that's gonna take a minute to burn off.
So now,
depending on how they're cooked.
Yeah, depending on how they cook. That is true. If you cook it in the air fryer, it cuts a lot of the grease out, right?
It cuts a lot of the grease out. You can do it in the oven. We'll make them in the oven too. I spray them down with a little bit of olive oil to help crisp them up.
Okay.
And season them and throw them in the oven or the air fryer. Just depends on my mood.
All right. Okay.
So
all right. So now we're going to savor this into our
back to our baked beans.
Our baked beans.
So I'm adding the ground beef. I already know that I don't have a lot of grease in here, but what little bit of grease in here I am going to use because it is vegetable oil. Okay. And it upholds the flavor as well. And you'll see through the process, through my taste testers that I have here today with Miss Leah and CC. So I'm going to add that.
Okay.
And as y'all see, you didn't really see no oil come out of there.
No, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. Usually with my pan, it's a whole bunch of oil. And my CC's like, you want to drain that oil out?
No, yes.
So she has the chopping board. I'm going to re-emphasize here.
Okay.
And chop my bacon.
Okay.
I didn't think I should move.
It's all good. So I'm gonna come over here.
Now, Tone, are you the only one in your generation that has this passion, or does your brother share it? Does your mom, or who else?
Most definitely. I come from a family that everyone cooks for real. My brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, you know, a lot of my relatives. This is like a trade in our family. Like everyone pretty much has their own little way of doing things. You know, just with me personally, you know, I just go with my heart. You know, I don't worry about, you know, how is it going to taste to this person, because my talent and my skills, it lets me know that just be emphasizing here got me a little. It's all good. But so yeah,
So if your neighbor next door wanted to get in contact with you they're having a New Year's party.
it's nice
What's
dog.
the turnaround for, let's say, getting together a menu for, let's say, about 75 people? Depending on, I guess, what they want, right?
It basically depends on what they want, and if they place an order with me, I usually charge $20 a head, and they can reach me through my website. You know, I have my number there. I have my email and website. Or you can message me on Facebook, because a lot of people, you know, that do know me have connected me to other resources too. So, you know, they kind of pretty much spread the word.
Okay, what's the website? Come on.
The website is Sweets and Things LLC, and it's through Facebook.
And all your delicious, delicious meals that you have prepared, because I stay constantly on your website. I mean, you, I don't want to say pastries, but, you know, the cakes, the pies, the cookies, and everything that I've seen you do. I mean, not only just the, you know, the main courses, but the desserts and everything.
And are you guys making ribs or fried chicken?
Delicious.
Oh,
The ribs are already in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
they have to slow cook, or it's gonna be
So I'm going to go ahead and start stirring my baked beans to get them together. I'm hoping y'all can see that. Look at that there.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, how does it look?
It looks good, but just gotta try it.
I know. So, Cece, what are your questions for Mr. Tone and Miss Chris? You know, I mean, you're starting out and everything, and, you know, eventually one day you're going to have a family. So, I mean, would you like to know what inspires them? You know, what their passion, you know, when he says he has a passion, you know, it's coming from his heart. So, I mean, a lot of people don't have that in their heart. They just want to do the basic. They'd rather just, you know, okay, here's the, you know, they don't take the time out to really, as you say, Tone, put the foot in it.
That's right. And I put my foot in this.
Yeah.
I can promise you that.
Yeah.
So that process is done.
now it smells like
So
fried
what's the
chicken.
next step for beans?
The next step for the beans, I'm gonna wrap them with aluminum foil,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put them in the oven.
For how long?
I'm gonna put them in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes, because I like my baked beans to cook.
Okay.
So We're gonna do that now.
So tell me what's on the menu for today.
So the menu today is fried pork chops, barbecue ribs, fried chicken wings, baked mac and cheese, yams, collard greens,
Don't forget the deviled eggs. I saw them.
deviled eggs,
Yeah.
buttermilk biscuits, and a vanilla pound cake, in which Miss Cece here has requested. So, I got to give her what she wants.
And just for our listeners, all of this is not store bought. This is
At all.
made. This is physically in the kitchen preparing this meal.
And
These are two individuals that work every day. Whether it's 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 11 to 7, whatever they work. They have an 8-hour job. And they come home and they cook like this. I'm sorry. Chris works 12 hours. But I'm just saying, they find the time for this person to do this. And this is every week that they're doing this. So when you have that in your heart, there's nothing that can stop y'all. Y'all like on a roller coaster. Y'all go higher and higher and higher.
And one of my gifts is, if any of y'all want to see what all I can do, and you have certain recipes or things that you want to challenge me with to see if I could perfect something with it, then I'm always up for the challenge if I have the time. But I will make time because I love to show people what I can do just by using this.
And it's amazing how you can retain, like you said, you've been a chef for so long that you don't need no measuring cup. Whereas myself or maybe Cece needs a measuring cup, but you don't need that measuring cup because you already know how much ingredients to put in each meal, whatever you're preparing.
That's right.
Pretty much. Measuring cups are basically scoops.
Yeah.
I would say the only question that I have is about the sweet potatoes, because everybody makes their sweet potatoes differently.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys cut them up and then, put your sauce and stuff on it and put it in the oven? Or do you guys boil it inside of a pot and then peel them and then cut them and then put them in the oven?
Well, I do them both ways, but I preferably prefer to peel them and then cube them. And I make my sauce and I pour it over and I bake them in the oven.
Okay.
That's how I like to do mine.
With the marshmallows.
That's automatic. She'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But see, like I said, I got my own little razzle dazzle, so these sweet potatoes gonna be the one.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you that now. So I'm about to pull these ribs out so I can take the aluminum foil off of them. And then I'll let them cook for an additional another hour.
Okay.
But I guarantee you, when these ribs are done, they will come off the bone.
Do you want this down?
I think she had that.
You have birthdays coming up. You got Valentine's Day coming up.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
In 2025. And you need to reserve now. Get in contact with them so you can have that special meal. Whether, Tom, what's the minimum that you do? Minimum people that you would service? Or does it matter?
I try to keep it within 75 to 100.
Okay.
And that's only because
the investment that you put in.
Exactly.
Yes. And
Exactly. I'm up and coming.
Yes.
All that's in the upcoming future.
Yeah.
If I could feed 1 million people, I would.
And ladies who are out there who are getting married in 2025, this is your opportunity to have a delicious, prepared, catered meal for yourself and for your guests. And what about those that are vegetarian? What do you recommend for that, Tony and Chris?
Just tell us. We keep things vegetarian, kosher, halal, whatever kosher, we need another sink, but we try to make sure that we're respecting everybody's beliefs and dietary needs.
Okay.
And then allergies and whatnot. There's so many different allergies out there.
Yeah.
So as long as we know, we work with it.
Okay. Listeners, I hope you're listening to that. They will abide by any type of catering needs that you may have. So you need to reach out to them, and I'm quite sure that they will prepare something for you to sample, so you can get a sample of what you are in store for.
So I'm gonna put these back in so we can get that crisp. Oh yeah, it's going down.
We're supposed to be leaving on Sunday to head back, but I don't know because I think we're gonna be staying here for a couple of days. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back, but whatever. I will make sure that you all know how everything's going.
Yeah. She's gonna be more than pleased.
And
you know.
Lamont, we'll save your plate.
But I want y'all to really pay attention to this, because like I said, when this is all to let you see that if you set your mind to do something,
I marinate the mess out of it with hot
there's
sauce.
nothing stopping you. You can do it. I'm a living testimony of it. I would have never imagined in a million years, and some of y'all probably heard me say this on one of my Facebook posts, but I would have never imagined to know how to cook, bake, none of that. I didn't see that in my coming future.
Would you say that this is your calling in life?
It's definitely.
From what we talked about yesterday to where you are today, I think you can be calling.
It's definitely a calling.
Yeah.
It's definitely a calling.
You got your angel in.
Because something that I thought I couldn't do.
When did you start cooking?
I put my faith in God and I trusted myself. And look at me now.
Do you
But
mind
it's cheaper
sharing
with limited income.
so that you know,
when you cook at home,
for those,
what's $10 at a fast food place is meals.
What's the name of that church?
Fertile Ground.
So I have just become a member of Fertile Ground Church in Goldsboro. I was introduced to that church through my wife. And it was a good thing because the pastor had became a mentor to me. You know, I had got to a point where I felt like he was someone that I could talk to about things that I was going through and dealing with and just trying to find my way in life, period. So I embraced the church, and although I don't get to make it every Sunday, but when I am able, I am there because he definitely has a lot to say. A lot of the things that he has shared with me about my life has been manifested. He understands my situation and he knows where I'm trying to go in life.
And Tom, you do realize that church is in your heart. So just because you're not physically there to worship the way you want to, the church is still in your heart. You can go in your room. You can be, sitting here in your living room and have fellowship.
Right.
God loves to hear from you at any time throughout the day.
But he hears from me all the time.
So he hears from you and he hears from Chris all the time.
He does.
So he definitely hears from me all the time.
Yeah. I mean, so it doesn't matter. I understand about you. Don't beat yourself up about not being able to go. Let me tell you, there's Zoom now. There's recordings. You can go on and listen to a recording. There is multiple ways that people still can stay connected to their home church. So, but you and Chris work diligently hard every day.
Together.
So God knows
Right.
So he understands. He understands. It's those cynical people around us that, be like, oh, they don't come to church, they don't do this and that. No. You don't know what I do. I do fellowship. But I don't have to be present in this church for fellowship. Because my church can be my home as well. It can be my backyard. It can be my driveway. It can be sitting in my car. Wherever you decide to give God glory.
That's right. Amen. Amen.
Amen. All right, Chris. So how much longer we got before we can partake it? About an hour?
How about an hour and a half?
Okay. So to our listeners, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. And when we come back, I'm telling you.
So when are you putting these in the oven?
Huh?
When are these going in the oven?
Yeah, I'm about to put them in there in a second.
It's smelling so good. This house is full of love, joy, the aroma of fresh cooking.
Get my noodles
I
started.
go out in the driveway, I think I can smell from the house. That is good smelling food. All right.
Oh, y'all don't put pepper jack in y'all baked mac and cheese?
Huh?
Y'all don't put pepper